What makes you the ideal case of a human specimen?
Do you actually say some shit like that?
No, but I like to start this podcast with a wild claim by the founder and then have them defend it.
No. Let's start with normal stuff because his energy already has no idea.
Okay.
Go.
We have someone with us in the studio. Supposedly, he has a company. We know nothing about him except that he's perfect.
No one's ever said that before.
Well, you're like very smartly dressed. You're like very like clean. It's like, okay, like we know what we're getting.
It's like I asked Dolly 3 for the perfect founder. Like
around your finger, is that a washer from Home Depot?
Which one?
The Aura ring.
Oh, it's this is the Aura.
Oh, then what's that?
What the fuck? How did I get that wrong?
That's a decoy.
What is that? What is that?
It's just a regular titanium ring.
Is it symbolic?
The Aura or this one?
Dude, I will say this.
This one.
Now that I see the Aura, it's a bit of an eyesore. It's not like
not
the
great.
most aesthetically pleasing thing. It's like thicker than it.
So what is that
I
doing
know.
for you? That's like measuring all your biometric data and sending it to Mark Zuckerberg?
No, they don't tell you how good or bad you're doing.
Oh, mine does.
It's not
mine. Maybe it's because
His just
mine is
beeps,
an
it goes,
emergency. Yeah, it's flashing red all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's really.
It says
concerning.
danger levels.
Like in a video game when you're taking damage,
Yeah.
and the screen just turns.
Nikita
that
has
there's a
1
vignette.
HP.
There is a red vignette all the time and a little bit of pulsating veins in my field of view.
Is that what it's like
At
when you
all
wake up every day?
times. There's like
Your HUD.
there's a blinking heart in the top left, half a heart.
That's your day-to-day like living experience.
That's just my vision.
And you're always on the ground in last stand.
Someone to revive.
you get out of bed and you're fucking pivoting on your hip with a
Just
pistol.
Fucking hold down F, please. Can somebody come up to me and press F?
Masha has to go up to you and resuscitate you every morning.
Seriously.
No.
I interrupted you.
No, somebody put in some more tokens. We're good. Jason, you have a company.
Should I give you my real name or?
Oh wait, who are you?
I thought you said Jason. I'm just
No,
wondering,
I thought it was a bit.
No, I thought you
no.
introduced yourself.
Dude, I
That's so
genuinely
fucked up that you
thought
said
your
his
name
name
was
was
Jason.
Jason.
What did you say? Your name was?
That was
Wait,
the
it's
bit?
gonna be very
thought
similar
that's-
to Jason, I bet. What's your name?
Andrew.
What?
Yeah.
Not even
It's
close.
kind of similar.
How'd you like our bit when we disbanded earlier?
That was better than the Jason bit.
Yeah, that was better than the
actually
Jason
kind of
bit.
do stuff out. His name's not fucking Jason. Andrew, you have a company.
I have a company. Yeah.
Tell us about it.
I throw parties.
You?
Yeah.
You do.
I throw parties.
And do people go or no?
People go. I don't go half the time, but
Really?
But you
People
still
go.
go the other half of the time?
yeah,
It's a lot of parties.
a lot of parties.
If you're a professional party popper.
You're a party popper?
I don't know what a party popper is.
I don't know. I just wanted
Well,
to
we know a guy
alliterate
called
for
the
a second.
Party Papa.
We know
right?
a party papa.
Party
yeah.
papa.
Yeah.
But he's in
He's in a
you got some
separate-
competition.
Like, you know
he's in
the
Hyderabad. Or
party
Hyderabad?
papa.
Or is he in
I
Bangalore?
thought you said party
Bangalore.
papa.
Bangalore.
I think
Party
they said
Papa,
that
right?
at first.
Popper. Okay.
Well, do you know the Party
Papa?
Papa?
The
Papa?
party
I
papa.
know the party papa. Are you asking me?
Of Bangalore.
Okay, so
Party papa and me.
you have a
Dude.
competitor in a similar niche, but he is in Bangalore, India, so I don't know how much. Don't worry about him.
I don't know.
So what kind of parties do you throw?
They're parties for tech CEOs. Tech
Really?
founders.
No
Orgies.
fucking way, bro. Really?
Yeah,
So just orgies.
I wish.
Wait. What's the? No, you don't. What's the name of the company?
It's my name. It's Andrew's Mixers.
His name is even in the name of the company.
Andrew's
Wait,
mixed.
you have a-
I'm really bad with names. I genuinely remembered you introducing yourself as Jason.
Dude,
that was
what
not
if we didn't get the name correction and he was like, Andrew's Mixers?
I have so many questions about Andrew's mixtures, which still sounds like an orgy thing.
Wait, mixtures or mix?
Mixtures?
No, Mixers.
It sounds like bodily fluids.
It does
Mixers
sound
is good too.
Mixers?
It's Mixers.
Oh, I thought you
but
said
kinda-
mixtures.
But I kind of like mixtures.
There's no way
Oh.
this is a company. So wait, so
It's all alchemy shop.
And
So
you
you-
make money from this shit?
I make money
is this your full-time job?
full time.
No.
No.
How old are you?
fucking
You're
way.
the youthfulest person I've ever seen.
What would you guess?
I mean, no, he's
but
not,
he's-
he's not that
Oh.
young. He's
Oh
not
yeah,
that
because
young.
like
No?
Asian is
He's
younger, younger
he's like
looking.
late 20s.
Yeah, you're probably like
yeah.
honestly probably
Like
my age.
29?
Are you 29?
28, 28.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Turning 29 in a few weeks.
We literally on the nose guessed it.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
Wait, did you say 2029?
28, turning 29.
Oh.
Tends to work that way, yeah.
How old are you guys?
I'm 29.
29?
27.
32.
32.
You know, if you just said 20, turning 29, at least two of us would have known you're 28.
And then I would have gone.
That's true.
You would have seen me whip out the fingers.
Nikita just turned 23. Nikita's that one, by the way. Some people get confused.
Wait. Andrew, okay, so business model, what?
Andrew, do you know who he is, by the way?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, his name?
Hmm.
I know your
Just
name.
go
I
with
know
Jason.
your name.
How do you know his name? Because I just said it.
Yes.
We should introduce ourselves. We don't do that thing where we introduce ourselves.
Well, you guys don't mention it on the show.
We
But, like,
really
dude,
don't, and I've been advocating this for years.
But like, take
Yeah,
it if he's gonna
every
every time
time-
take a second. Like that's
no
on
one
him.
said
It's
at the
actually
beginning of
on
the
him.
show.
It
We should
can't be
always
on him.
say, "I'm Austin. I'm
Not just
Steve
not
and
just the beginning
Earl."
of the show. The beginning of every line we
Austin,
say.
Steve, and Earl.
We should actually like annotate it. We should be like Nikita, and then say my thing.
And then Earl, and then you go.
Although when we address each other, we could lean into it.
You're such an Earl.
No, I'm not, dude. Don't say I'm an Earl. I'm not an Earl. I've never been an Earl. How do you make money?
My Earl. Talking about my Earl.
I wish that I was Earl's girl.
Does that give you a hint as to his real name?
Oh wait, I've got one. Early in the morning.
Early. Oh, that's actually just a nickname for Earl.
Hey, Early.
Aw. Yeah, that's crazy. That is
So,
a problem we should
I think the
solve.
business model kind of makes sense because tech CEOs are lonely and they don't work on their social lives. And when it comes time to have a party,
You need to
they
pay
have
people.
to hire Andrew to mix some people in.
I'm just trying to figure out how many people pay for a ticket.
Yeah.
Because you make money through ticket sales,
Here's the
or is
crazy
it
thing.
sponsors?
It's
or something?
free. All the parties are free.
Right.
Is it
No,
sponsored?
he's
Sponsored,
he's filling parties for people.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's,
they're
it's,
free.
He's making money
That's
from.
why we should be richer. Sorry,
It's okay. There's a lot.
No,
of
you guys should do
happening, but it's
sponsors.
okay.
That's my
Sure.
bad. I'll chill.
We should. Can you help us?
You wanna switch
Yeah,
spots?
that's why I wanted to.
No.
I feel like
Veer.
No.
I'm like this.
No, I
Oh,
just made a mi- I just
we,
made a
we
mistake.
can bleep him out in post. Just blur it, delete it.
I mean, a bleep won't get rid of it fully. It's just sound.
I just like the idea of it being completely Gaussian blurred and then just like a anonymous voice. Like witness protection program
For who, Nikita?
and all the podcasts. Anywho, Andrew can help us here get sponsors. So I like where we're going with this.
No, he can't.
I think he can.
How
I
much
believe
money
in
do you
him.
make every month? How much revenue?
I don't really want to share, but I'll share the most I did in a week.
Why
All
not?
right, yeah.
So this is the most you've ever made in 1 week. That's not
Yeah,
really gonna
share.
give us a sense of
Give
how
us
much
a
money you
whiff.
make, but okay.
I mean, it's going to be a wild outlier week. Why
It's not
won't
that much of an outlier.
Okay.
why do you not want to share it? Are you not proud of your company?
No,
Are you
it's-
ashamed?
Are you not a fan of pay transparency?
Of what?
Pay transparency?
Are you not a 9-figure entrepreneur?
15-figure entrepreneur. No. 1 week,
Mm.
200K.
That's an outlier week. You're not making 800K a month from this
Yeah,
shit.
this is like.
Are you?
You've made it very clear that this is not a representative. At least if you're gonna misrepresent by one outlier week, don't tell us it's an outlier week. Just say.
I don't
Well-
care if that's an outlier. Brandon, take notes. Lee, start recording this, transcribing this. This is good stuff.
Well, it's more like for people. I guess the reason you have pay transparency is like you want to help other people do it.
Yeah.
And it's more like if someone's like, oh, I could do 200K in a week, that's good for me for the year. For a lot of people.
yeah.
Sure, right.
Yeah.
So what's can you give like an average month or something like that? Even though we can multiply it by 12 and figure out your
This is
revenue?
interesting. You are not comfortable with outright lying, which makes you an unusual type of founder. Because normally you could just lie, and instead,
like to lie.
yeah,
Yeah.
But you don't like to lie, so you're
No, he's doing the
this-
worst thing.
Yeah, you're doing this gymnastic where
Why is
you're
it the
giving
worst
us factual information, but it's abundantly clear that
Like
the
it's
information
misleading
is kind of
and not
useless.
representative.
Well, it's more like I give you a data point, and then you guys can make your own assumptions.
What's like a more regular instead of the most extreme? Revenue.
Can I give a range?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Range?
That's
Okay.
much better.
You can do, let's say you could do 50 to 200 a month,
Okay.
depending on your scale.
So
And how
mo-
many events is that?
I probably do like 6 events a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And are they all in New York?
I've done 8 cities,
Uh-huh.
but most of them are New York. I live in New York, so
Uh-huh.
most of them are here.
So you're saying most months you're making at least 50K on
Mhm.
the business.
hmm Yeah.
Interesting. So it's like about 10 to 40K in sponsors per event, something like that.
Well, yeah, all the events are different. You know, some are like really small, like dinners, and then some are like 2,000-3,000 people. So
This is interesting 'cause I'm actually doing something where I'm getting. It's not funny. It's just a true thing. I'm getting comedy creators, and we're doing these like dinner things, like a meetup,
Dinners
and
are
then
great,
and they're
yeah.
like sponsoring them. Like
Yeah.
like we did one where the restaurant just paid for it.
Huh.
And we're gonna do more.
who's
Like
going to the dinners?
like comedy, like comedian
creators?
influencers or
Yeah.
creators.
Yeah, this is when I learned this. I don't know if I should be fucking airing out fucking GeekWire's income strategy. Not GeekWire. The Seattle one. Anyway,
We can
we'll,
bleep
we'll,
out the
we'll bleep it
company,
out.
yeah.
But they're
Wait,
tech,
who?
tech news publication. The one that we did.
It's GeekWire.
Oh, it's GeekWire. The one that we did. Okay, so they're a tech news publication, and their whole thing is that they post tech news articles. They mostly staff writers and stuff like that, and they make over 80% of their money from just sponsored dinners.
Wait, really?
Dinners.
Sponsored dinners?
Yeah. So it's just like SaaS companies that are that want their these founders to use their product, right?
SaaS companies, like legal firms, recruiting firms, banks,
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff.
Cool. How do you source the sponsors?
It's all inbound. So
Really?
all inbound.
How,
yeah.
Well, not initially. How'd you do it initially?
I started tweeting. So I built this
Okay.
whole thing on Twitter.
Do you have a
Started
following?
tweeting. Like a small following, yeah.
Do you think that was how you got started? Like you leveraged social media to get this thing off the ground?
Yeah, I started tweeting, started posting on LinkedIn,
Uh-huh.
and I got some press, and people started reaching out.
Uh-huh. What did you start tweeting about? That
I started tweeting about, so I moved here like 4 years ago, and when I moved here, I didn't have any friends. It was COVID. Moved here from Canada. Started tweeting, asking people to like meet up because I just wanted to meet people, and that like got a ton of traction. So I started hosting like meetups, and
But for the general public or for
mostly
the wealthy exclusive?
I used to work in like tech,
Mhm.
so it was like end up being all the tech people.
Did you say this was during or after COVID?
It was August 2020, so kind of like during COVID.
You
and
started hosting meetups?
Tweeting.
I would do
"Hey,
outdoor
does anybody
meetups. I
want to
would do,
hang
like,
out?
walks.
Is that why it got pressed? Because it was illegal?
COVID and
Nobody
chill.
else is doing this. We're getting
That's,
together in a small room, doing
All right.
breathing exercises.
I'll partner with you. I'm in.
Okay, cool. I'm coming to your show next week.
This week.
This week?
I actually like your idea a lot.
Yeah, it's cool.
Which idea?
I don't know.
Sponsorship?
Just like, yeah. Your
Yeah.
sponsored events.
Yeah,
I
we're
like
like
it.
honestly all just like kind of processing how like you did this for like because we like talk about stuff like this all the time, like events where like it's like what we have the social media following. It's like
Guys,
what-
if we threw up one fucking Instagram story, we
could
could sell
bury
out like a
him.
200
Fucking
person
bury
show
this guy.
for
Must
sure.
burn.
Or event.
Damn.
Well, oh, poor guy. I don't want to bury him,
kidding, I'm
but
just kidding.
drain his half of his.
I don't know, you can do without
Constituents.
the other.
No.
Yeah. you can-
Wait, so yeah, what are how did you even get? Oh yeah, you got into it from COVID, throwing
Yeah.
COVID and chill sessions.
Go for and chill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you do like these super spreader things.
Well, they're outdoors at the park.
They're not anymore though. Yeah.
No, now they're like in like venues and stuff.
Mhm.
And then when did you quit your job? Like, what was the point where you're like, I'm going to quit my job to
Uh,
be a party boy?
7 months ago.
Really?
7 months
What
ago.
was your job?
Google.
What role?
I was a product at Google.
You were a product?
I was a product. Yeah.
Hmm.
Product, and I did product there.
Like PM.
I was a product, sort of like product marketing.
When people say I did product, it always sounds like drugs.
Yeah, you're moving a lot of product.
No drugs for me.
You seem
No drugs for me.
you
What's an
seem
offering?
No drugs.
you
I
seem
like
you
the
seem
pause.
what's
No
it called?
drugs for me.
What's that like belief called where they do no drugs and like no sex and stuff? What's it?
Straight edge?
Straight
Like
edge. You seem
stoicism?
straight edge.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you're not?
I don't drink, so
Do you smoke?
I don't smoke. Sometimes I smoke weed, like
Like
once a month.
so infrequently. Yeah.
Yeah, like once a month.
Guy to girl ratio at these parties. Pretty sweet.
It depends on which one. Depends on which one. The smaller ones are like 50-50, and then the really large ones are like 70-30 men.
That's not bad.
Oh yeah, wait. So what was the point? Did we get to the point where you quit your job? Oh no, we didn't. When did you quit your job? At what point? And like why?
So 7 months ago, started this business. I was hosting events for 3 years. Couldn't make any money off it because I was on an H-1B for Facebook and Google.
Was that also for other people, like for founders and CEOs?
For founders, they're all free, no sponsors, no revenue coming in.
Oh, those weren't
Since
you-
2020, that's what those are the ones
Since
you're talking
2020, yeah.
When you say they're all free, do you mean that you didn't charge the attendees for tickets, or do you mean that you weren't paid for throwing the party?
Both,
Okay.
yeah.
So you turned it into a business later. That was just something you did for networking?
That's probably for the best. Like you gain
Yeah,
trust and you
yeah.
built this like ecosystem and
Right,
people.
that's like brand building stuff. I mean, I also did it because like I wanted to help people make friends. Like truly, like the problem I had when I moved here, so I wanted to help them out. And yeah, 7 months ago I quit because, so I left Facebook because they wouldn't give me a green card.
When you say you want to help people make friends, do you mean with other people or with SaaS companies?
Both. You could have both. You could have both. What was I saying? So I came here to work at Facebook. I couldn't get my green card there because they got sued by the Department of Justice for issuing too many green cards. So I worked there for 2 years, couldn't get my green card, got frustrated, left and went to Google. Google was like, we'll give you a green card in like 2 years. But then they started laying people off. And you can't give green cards when you lay people off. So I got frustrated, built my own company, sponsored my own visa. worked
Oh,
on
you
it.
did sponsor your own?
Yeah.
How does that work?
It's called the O1A visa. Have you guys heard of that one?
I heard of O1. What's O1A?
You need to.
Oh, it's the same thing.
It's a type of O1. So there's two
So
types.
O1, you need to show that you're exceptional in some field. What field were you exceptional in?
Throwing parties.
Like, truly that.
So what evidence does USCIS require to show that you're a party beast? Like what is, and then you can only work in a party environment. So legally, like if you're ever in a relationship and your partner tells you to stop drinking, you can be like, I legally have to party all the time.
Bro
I'm-
doesn't drink.
It's true. I don't drink, but
I have to party or go back to Canada.
I have to party. I gotta party.
Yeah.
That's a good tagline. I might use that on my Instagram. What you were
So,
asking? What proof?
Yeah, to get your license to party. You sound like a college comedy movie, but your professional journey sounds like.
Professional party man. Party papa. My proof.
No, that's
the
taken.
guy in
That is
Bangalore, yeah.
taken.
You don't have the
Oh, it's
same
taken in
vibe.
India.
He was
Who's-
really like he was
who's this
really a
guy?
degenerate. Like you don't you're too.
Do we have that podcast?
I
Yeah,
hope
we
so. I
released
like
that.
the-
That was
Oh,
publicly
that's actually released.
Nobody listened to it, but it's
Yeah,
out.
Party
yeah.
Papa.
Party papa.
yeah,
And
Party
he has
Papa.
He has SaaS companies too.
He mostly works with clubs in Bangalore, physical locations.
Okay.
I don't think he does sponsorships for them.
Yeah, but he tries to
Yet.
get what he refers to as stags. Stag is a lonely man, and try to get them into parties at ramped up rates, like late at night, because they get increased as the desperation increases. He fucking pumps the rate up to get
And then
them into a
remember
club.
when on that podcast I said stag overflow, and
Oh,
we all
that
laughed.
was really
and
good.
laughed.
Stag overflow is
Stag
so
Overflow's
funny,
good. That's good.
but also
So it has
also-
surge pricing for horniness.
Yeah, and also he's the real deal because he told us this, the company origin story was that he spent his last like $40 to impress a Tinder date to bring her into a club. spent it on drinks. She wanted more drinks, so he like Venmo requested his friend, hey, I need like $20 for drinks. I'm out of money for drinks. Spent it on the drinks, had no money to take a taxi home.
Yep.
He's
It's
the
a
real
pretty
deal.
heroic story.
So
yeah.
what's
you can't have Party
what's
Papa.
your origin story?
You could have Party Papa like
I don't have anything
69.
like that.
Party Papa 1-1.
I'm good at
Exclamation
that.
point.
Yeah, wait, why did you get into it in the first place in 2020?
Loneliness.
Yeah, loneliness.
The stack.
Loneliness, okay.
Looking at me.
And then 01A, how hard was it to convince the United States government that you're a professional partier?
What was the package?
It's
that
pretty
you had
hard.
to-
It was
The
hard.
federal government.
It was hard.
You had to convince them.
Took a
What
while.
proof did you provide? Because if you're
Sorry.
doing 01 as like, if you're doing it as an artist, you have to provide like
Yeah.
academic papers about your work.
Really?
If you're a writer, that's what my
Academic
dad did.
papers?
Yeah,
What
he
do you
had to-
mean?
like he had to provide the fact that people like research his work and
Really?
stuff like that.
So how long did you have to be upside down while the senator yelled, chug, 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 chug?
I've never done a keg stand.
I believe you.
Huh.
So O1A, you need like 8 things, right? There's like 8 things you need, and it's like you need like press.
Well, at 12 back. Sorry, I thought.
Let's
I thought-
go.
I thought you're like putting together a party. 12 things. Never mind.
Tequila shots.
You need babes.
Yeah, talk
All I need is 8 things for
Wait,
this 01.
So you just show up to the Department of Labor and they're like, not enough chicks?
Today, me and the boys are doing immigration fraud.
No, you're going to have to come back with about 5 more chicks. If you want us to stamp this. Who do you know here? Department of Labor?
you know.
You come into the interview, you have a tray of Jello shots. Just you say nothing.
There's no interview actually, so just mail it in.
Really?
Oh, because you're Canadian.
Canadian. Yeah.
Wait, so what did you apply under?
What do you mean?
Like, what is the 01 for? Like, what actually did you put?
It's for Andrew's mixers.
Wait, so it's
That's the company.
it's tied to a company?
It's tied to a company that like you can run. Like
Oh, so you're like the CEO.
Is it because there is some sort of a trading agreement with Canada that allows
No,
for
no.
a special?
that's different. That's the TN. That's a TN visa. That's different.
Oh, sorry, I'm getting very bureaucratic on this podcast. I didn't mean to go there.
We're canceling NAFTA.
Is
What does that mean to
Is
you?
it just you at Andrew's Mixers?
I have some part-time people. So the way you have to
Part time or party time?
bit of both, of both. Okay, so if you're gonna build a company in 01, you need a board of directors that can fire you. So I have 3
Directors or
people.
party directors?
That's not even, that pun doesn't make sense because
It
at a party,
does.
there's no party director. You've never been to a party.
You could have a party director in like a like I think the Soviet government may have had a party director. Because you can have political parties, they can have directors.
That's
All right, so you
Party
have
director.
3 party directors.
I got 3 party directors.
And they actually own the company. You don't.
They own a little bit of the company.
Do you own it?
I own most of it. Yeah,
Okay. Are you allowed
How
to?
little did you give them?
1%.
Each?
No,
Re-
together.
Really?
Wait,
Shit, you own 99% and they get 0.33%. You sucked them out of the company right away.
Did
Wait.
you just get like a few friends and you were like, you want to like do this thing for, like ask for a favor?
but how can they
I'm
even
not gonna
fire?
say anything because we got cameras.
Okay.
Oh, we probably have to bleep that out now.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, we do.
Do we?
And then, I see. So they can fire you, but
They can
you'll
fire
still
me.
own 99%?
But they're
No.
his brother-in-law, his father, and his wife.
Bleep, must be bleeped.
Fine.
Bleep each one. So it's like, beep, beep, and beep.
So if I do a poor job, they can fire me.
And then you don't
take
get-
all the equity.
Really?
What?
Wait,
Yeah, that's
isn't
how
that,
it has to work.
that's so funny because the incentives are just in place for them to immediately fire
Yeah,
you, right?
so what's
And
stopping
just
them?
get the company.
I guess I'm doing a good job.
Like if you made $200,000, well, say you made $1 million in a year, they get 0.33% of that. So that's, what is that?
Well, they don't have to like pay a.
0.33% of what?
It's like $3,000 or something
Of what yearly?
of $1 million.
But he doesn't have to pay them
So
So
according to how much
0.33 is like
equity they own.
$3,000 each.
1% would be 10,000.
Yeah.
Are they doing
3,000.
any relevant
Yeah,
math right now?
hold up. So they would each get, so you make $1 million in profit, they would each get $3,000.
Yeah.
And you're doing a fantastic job. They could fire you and just get all of it, right?
He probably pays them a salary though.
Yeah.
I don't pay them a salary.
You don't?
Yeah.
Do you pay them anything?
So why
I don't-
wouldn't-
they get distributions? I don't pay myself a
Why
salary.
wouldn't they fire you and just own
Well,
all of
because
your?
they know that without him, the party would be dead.
Yeah, but technically, if they fire you, you have to give them like all the company resources and
Right.
everything.
Right, but next year they won't make any money.
Because there'd be no more party without this guy.
But-
No more
okay.
mixers.
But if they have the blueprints, couldn't they just do it?
It's
But
kind of
I don't
like.
think they wanna. And
Do,
nobody wants
do you
to.
find that parties are a little bit like, anthills, I guess?
Anthills?
I was thinking the same thing. Nikita,
Yeah,
please continue.
No way.
because you can have like one.
Party anthills.
Yeah, like you can have like one monarch, party king or queen, and
Right.
if that king or queen dies, the party dies.
Right.
Andrew doesn't go to a lot of the parties.
I don't think so. I think it could run without the person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a great idea. I mean, besides the fact that you're so vulnerable to your trusted directors fucking you over. Besides that,
But also in
really
the way,
good.
also in the way that like ants will bring and stockpile resources at the anthill, and people do that for parties too. They go to Costco and stuff.
I'm actually interested in this startup and not asleep right now, which is crazy. So, how do you source CEOs for these parties?
Through Twitter.
Social
through
media.
LinkedIn, mostly through Twitter.
Do you have a large
How many
following?
followers do you have?
On Twitter, I have like 40 or 50.
What?
Yeah.
Wait,
40
40,000.
40,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Instagram?
Instagram, I have 2 accounts, about 20,000 combined, and then LinkedIn, 40.
See, you really don't
Oh.
even need a massive following. You just need this. Like this, you exemplify all the fucking like principles of how to get off the ground with like a thriving.
But he has
community.
followerships in the right places,
Right.
like LinkedIn
Yeah.
and Twitter.
Yeah.
Like that's the right
But
places
also-
for CEOs.
Also, he's like, there's so much a founder would not be telling us about like useful existing connections and things like.
well, let's ask him about it. What do you mean?
Well, would not be telling us for strategic reasons.
Him?
Because they're
I trust him.
any
I
founder.
trust him.
Why?
I think
We're
he'll
just
tell
gonna
us.
ask him.
Yeah.
Because founders are obsessed
No, I
with
don't.
No, I don't
conveying
like-
a specific personal image and a personal brand.
I don't know about that.
Not a particularly useful
I don't agree
perspective
with
to
that
take
at
into
all.
the.
Isn't it? I think this podcast is about who founders are and how they conduct themselves. To me, that's.
I guess I just don't
that's a-
believe.
Jesse and I are also
important point.
founders. Disclaimer.
Yeah, and you know exactly.
And Jesse's wearing that $600 jacket.
You know exactly the kind of like.
But this is cheap. This is from Uniqlo. I have nothing to hide.
That's great.
You know exactly the kind of narrative building that goes into introducing your company and into selling yourself. as a
Okay, well
founder.
here's
Nikita's
a
such an
question.
undercover
Here's a
cop.
question for Andrew. What aren't you telling us?
Well,
a
you
really
didn't even
good
ask
question.
him, yeah.
What
Yeah.
helped you besides elbow grease?
Really good timing.
Yeah.
Well,
Nobody was
So,
doing
what
stuff.
were the pre-existing?
pandemic.
Nobody was doing super spreader.
To Nikita's somewhat accusatory point that I think we could just ask Andrew directly. Like, what pre-existing connections did you have to founders and stuff?
Before I moved to New York, I didn't know a single founder or investor. I didn't even know what a VC was. And I would meet all these VCs in New York City that were like 25 years old, and I had no clue what they did. Now I kind of get it,
Right.
but I didn't know anybody.
So how did you you have 40,000 followers on Twitter and LinkedIn, which isn't like easy to get. Like, where did you start? Like, you can't just like be a random guy in the street and bring founders to a party.
Well,
It's not like you're a fucking mass murderer.
He was a lonely dude. So this is actually.
But why would a
crazy.
lonely dude have any ability to get?
Well,
Sorry, I
so-
completely shut you off.
No, I thought that the somewhat accusatory tone is part of the premise of the podcast.
I guess so.
and
I think I just-
It's weird to have you call it out like that.
All right, I guess you're right. I think I just like Andrew's idea, so I'm completely.
I mean, you can.
I'm
you-
negating the
you-
point
you
of the
can, You can
podcast.
keep
Austin is enamored.
idealizing
Investing.
Andrew. Yeah, that's fine.
I guess you're right. We're supposed to be grilling them. I'm like, Andrew, how can I invest?
You exemplify everything we've ever wanted.
I don't.
Yes, Hermosi. Sorry, I mean Andrew.
I
Fuck.
think he's a decent dude. Okay, so is it like this? Because I know a couple people in Seattle who literally had 0 people follow them on TikTok, and then they posted
Seattle
TikTok.
girls?
Yeah. So about like, hey, we're 2 girls in Seattle and we're lonely and we have no like friends.
That's different though. We're 2 girls in Seattle and we're lonely.
Where's
Versus,
one creepy guy?
It's me, Andrew. Just move to the city.
Yeah, just different target market though. Because like, what if like a bunch of other like founders were lonely, and then they were like, hey,
Seems like it's
you wanna meet
obvious.
up? I don't. Is that more or less it, like the vibe?
Andrew, I'm a lonely guy.
I think that's a good point. I don't know. I went on the first platform I went on was Reddit, and I posted and I was like, just moved here, need friends, and I just took every meeting, every person I wanted.
But
to get
where's the
coffee.
founder framing? Like, did you include that in your
No,
lonely thing?
No, that came after.
Wait, you just met up with anybody on Reddit who said that they were lonely?
That's crazy.
Well,
And-
Anybody
put it
from a
that way.
specific subreddit, right? You posted to a specific community. What was the community?
There was a New York like meetup community.
this is crazy.
But you can kind of like stalk people on Reddit. You can like you can
And
tell
that-
if they're working tech or
that New
business.
York meetup community, is it mostly tech people?
I don't really know. I think it's a bit of everything, but there's a lot. It skews tech. Reddit skews heavy tech.
Sure.
Before Tech Roast Show, I did this thing called Young Tech, where I did the same thing. Where when I went to Seattle and I tried to like meet people and make friends, so I did a comedy show where I'm like, hey, do you guys want to come to a comedy show, tech people? And then it was to try to make friends.
So now when you throw an event, do you vet them, like as founder? Like they have to be founders?
Yeah.
Really?
So most of them are founder events, but I like my biggest format event. I do. Do you guys know the Arlo Williamsburg? Are
It
you
sounds
aware?
familiar.
Okay. It's this big rooftop.
Sure.
It fits about 1,000 people.
1,000.
And anyone in tech is welcome to those.
But you still vet those people.
I vet them.
How do you vet them?
So when you sign up, I'm like, what's your name? What's your LinkedIn? What's your job title? And a bunch of questions. And then I take that stuff and I can like enrich it with like Crunchbase. So I can tell how much money you've raised, how well your company's doing,
Oh, wow.
how many employees you have.
But this is just tech people in general that are welcome to this rooftop event.
yeah.
And how do you know they're not lying about their identity? And then when they go to the door, they just put that name.
Did
you check the ID?
Yeah,
Don't,
then
don't,
that's
I
fine.
don't.
That's a
Yeah.
big length to go to get into.
I don't know. If you want to lie.
Who are some of the most notable people you've had at your events?
Co-founder of Venmo, Ikram, is a good friend.
Oh,
We
yeah,
know
we
him.
know him, yeah.
He's fucking lonely. He's just trying to find something to do.
Um,
Did he start bringing did he
I
start
also-
whipping out a song?
ukulele.
Fucking,
Does he go to your party?
I like it. He's a nice
and
guy.
make
Yeah.
people
Yeah,
listen
yeah,
to
yeah.
his new song.
He wants to
He's
hang
got
out.
good music. I like his music.
You do? What's your favorite song of his?
Yeah,
What's
what's
your
your
favorite
favorite
Ikram
Ikram song? Yeah.
I can't. I don't know the name.
Oh, wait, I thought-
I thought you had said you liked
It's
it.
the number
Yeah,
one.
sing it to me. Sing it to me.
Okay, just a few
You don't
bars.
Just give me,
Don't
just
Don't
give me
you
the
know
melody.
Request Me Later? Do you know that one? Venmo, hit me with the Venmo request later.
That's the one.
Do you know
Mhm.
pizza slice, pizza slice, pizza slice?
I don't know that one.
That one's, it's just emojis.
Yeah.
But he did invite me to hang out. I actually.
Okay,
but
okay.
then I
Other
went
than
away to
Ikram,
LA.
who else have you
Okay.
had?
Co-founder of Duolingo, Severin. Co-founder of
Oh wait,
Foursquare.
Duolingo.
Dennis.
We met one of the co-founders.
Yeah, I
oh, wait,
feel
no,
like-
we didn't. We
I
didn't
feel
meet the
like
co-founders.
All
we-
of them in New York.
Like we interface with the same most desperate of tech co-founders.
No. Keep going. Keep going.
People who
I
will
like
go
it.
anywhere and talk to
They have a
anyone.
lot-
I don't
they have
know
a
the
lot of
Duolingo
friends.
guys.
Yeah, Severin.
Big Green Owl or something like
That's
that.
him. That's him.
Yep.
Yeah. Co-founder of Foursquare. Co-founder of Business Insider. Co-founder of like Moat. You guys know
Moat.
No.
Moat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of these
What's
guys.
Moat?
It's like an ad tech company.
Mhm.
And then there's a lot of younger founders
Sure.
too. Like
I bet it's mostly younger, like
It's a lot of young
younger,
guys.
hungry,
Yeah.
like yeah.
That's cool. So, and you promote mostly on like Twitter and LinkedIn.
Twitter, LinkedIn, and then I have a newsletter that I send out every 2 weeks.
Cool.
How many subscribers?
It's about 40,000.
So
Oh, damn.
Oh, it's primarily an email-based thing. Because 40,000 people on his email
That's
list,
pretty solid.
That's where he's drawing most of these.
Wait, honestly, do we got any email list for company shows?
Nope.
Hmm?
Hey,
Got any
Galena,
email list? Maybe we can.
how much
please,
for the
huh?
email? How much for the emails?
Wait. Well, you
How
can't
much
sell
for
the
it? Oh,
emails.
you want the
Let's
emails?
make a deal.
But like honestly,
We
like,
actually do want the
Wait, but
emails,
like,
We should
on-
trade
real.
it.
Wait,
we
is this
have,
a-
we have a
hold
pretty
on.
big, yeah.
How much
Now
your email
I
list?
was interested, but now I'm interested. Are you based in only New York or other places?
8 cities.
Where?
So, New York, San Francisco.
We're in the
LA,
same game, my friend. We're in the
Seattle.
Look,
same
look,
game.
look.
We should
in
obviously
the
be on your
same
newsletter.
game.
You're
right?
you're a cool young
Damn.
founder. You understand that
Good idea,
user
Brandon.
data
Good work.
privacy regulations are loose definitions. It's a sort of a dance.
It's a
And
dance.
let's just let's
Trade
just
emails?
talk.
Duck
Let's,
email.
okay.
Ooh, I
how
just
about-
buy a
what if I-
couple.
Let's
wait,
tango.
wait, wait, wait,
Let's tango.
What if I told you something like Jane6 at Google.
The fuck is that?
Yeah, right. What if we just
Wait, Jane
put that out?
6?
Yeah.
What is that?
What do we say to me?
That was truly the worst attempt at a fake email.
Why?
Jane6.
I thought it was a fine.
At Google. Oh, like
Oh, wait.
an actual
Because they
employee.
work at Google.
Like an employee.
Idiot.
Like
Yeah.
the 6th Jane.
It's their work email.
But why would there be a 6 in the work email?
Well, people frequently add a number to
Like a personal email.
Jane Smith at google.com.
Now
Are
we're
you
in
happy
business.
Now
Now
you
we are
happy
in
now?
business.
Do you want to restart the podcast?
Yep. Restart the podcast starting from here.
Do you have? I'm sorry, I'm not great at synthetic data.
Yeah. Make better fake data on the spot, please.
What if I told you, Jane Smith at google.com? What would you say to me?
Knowing that that's in your pocket now, you can do that's yours to keep.
It's whatever. It's just a little
We're
taste.
just gonna slip
It's
you a
just
little email
bit-
under the table. Do what
First
you will
one's
with
free.
it. You can email them, add them to your newsletter, maybe. not.
Jane Smith at google.com.
Why do
Yep.
you already have that one?
I'll give you Adam Smith at meta.com.
There we go.
How's
now
that?
we're in business.
How's that? Was that? Sorry, Austin does a little thing.
Let's do this
That's pretty good.
40,000 more times. And we'll be
Yeah.
rolling in it.
But we should be on that. Maybe we could do some
okay, so-
collaboration.
and that's why you
We
want
got a show, you know
That's
what I'm
why
talking about?
you wanted to be on the. You saw our Instagram following, and you're like, okay, there's probably there's a good amount of founders here.
Because we kind of, you fill in our gaps.
I
You know,
wanna
we have
be
Instagram, you have Twitter and
I want to
LinkedIn.
be super clear that we would never give this guy your emails.
Oh, we wouldn't
Not
give
for
him our email.
Anything in the world.
Never, never.
Not for
you viewers at
any
home.
less than-
on all 10 cameras we have here.
All right, that's great. Let's shut this down and let's talk.
But we could plug each other. Perhaps a thought.
Or here's how we do it. We host a really large event and get people to sign up. And you promote it to your audience, I promote it to mine, and then people, that's how you get the
That's what
emails.
we.
Wait,
That's what
actually-
we just said. Yeah, that's what we.
Yeah,
just
we
said.
do need. Remember how we we're talking about this thing where we're like, if we throw these cool tech people parties, but we want to actually make them good, and so we don't have
Yeah.
time to do it ourselves.
Right. So.
So if we
yeah.
actually had maybe a subsidiary, the mixture man over here.
No, I'm saying we
Mixture,
fucking
man.
bury this creep. Sorry.
Well, we could do both.
What if
Look
we
at-
we could
look
add,
at- get his email, make him unnecessary, then bury him.
Wait, this is genius. Could we acqui-hire you?
So I
Join
can do
our
your
team.
events for you. I have an events team, and I have access to a bunch of clubs and venues and stuff.
I'm honestly,
High margin
I don't
business.
care what they say. I'm in, and I'm not even kidding.
I'm not. I'm half not kidding. It's interesting.
I want to acqui-hire
I
him.
think
Yeah.
I think we should do a lot of due diligence and
Shut your mouth up.
I'm sure.
Mute his microphone.
I'm sure there are things we could do together.
He's just
When and if we
I would-
confirm the legitimacy of your enterprise.
This is so weird that this is happening mid podcast. That's so funny.
But I'm actually really excited by this idea.
yeah, sure.
I mean, I don't know if it even makes sense, but it is fucking perfect.
Austin gets excited about deals because recently he had a really successful one with a secret CIA agent.
He went to federal prison.
He negotiated.
Long story
They
short.
had a few dinners. Austin ate some steaks.
All right, I wasn't the only one who was tricked by this man.
What did
we
he-
won't
what
go
did he
into
do?
details. I'm scared of him. So I don't want to talk about him.
It's Brian Johnson.
No, it's not.
no, it's not. Hey, for the
It's not. It's actually a different guy. Also, there's probably 4,000 Brian Johnsons in the world. So honestly, Brian. Yeah.
But it's the one you think.
No, it's not. Not the one with abs who has to see
hey,
through skin.
Andrew, walk us through a typical party. Just describe it. Scale of
Yeah.
What's
This is
going
actually
on,
good because
and,
this helps us determine if we want to acqui-hire you.
Cool.
Mhm,
Like,
or-
do you want me to talk about a dinner or a big
Both.
event?
Wait. So what are the categorize the types of? There's probably 2-3 main categories.
There's a few formats. So there's the 20-person dinner. That's all tech founders that have achieved a certain milestone.
Right.
I got the.
That's also what we wanted to do. We were like, let's rent out the sushi spot, but you have to be real cool, and we can only fit 20 people.
Did we say
in.
that?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's it. Yeah.
that was years ago. Tuna Kahuna.
Yeah, was it tuna kahuna? Which
Oh,
actually
but
sounds
it-
like the worst.
but no,
fucking
it's supposed
sushi
to be-
place. It's actually so bomb.
No, it's
No,
it's
I'm not saying it's
amazing.
the worst
What?
place. I'm saying it's the worst place for that type of event.
What do you mean?
a
It's
good
so
sushi-
good.
It's
Yeah.
a good sushi place. It would be very
And they do the
inconvenient.
omakase that gives you the
Yeah,
shits.
yeah.
What's this? Is it in New York?
No, it's in Burlingame. It's really good. I love Tuna
South Bay.
Kahuna, and I will endorse them
Yeah,
because
okay.
we went there for years.
Yeah.
They're
Fond memories
fantastic.
there. Yeah.
I'm not saying they're a bad place. It's a great sushi place.
Good place.
The
Poke.
Very
primarily.
friendly owners.
Also sushi.
They'd be
Yeah.
like, "Sake, do you
the
want
layout would have been disastrous for a public event, I think, for us. It's-
would've
Anyway,
been fine.
tell us.
Go
Walk
ahead.
us through.
There's the big format, like 1,000+ person, kind of I call those like mixers.
1,000 people.
1,000?
1,000, yeah, 1,000 to 3,000.
Techies.
What? How are
Wait,
you
wait,
fitting
wait, wait,
1,000 to
wait,
3,000
wait.
people anywhere?
In what cities are you
The fuck?
getting that many people?
I've
What
done
do you
that
know?
in New York.
You're
and
doing
Austin.
events with 1,000.
No, but
dude.
1,000 to 3,000 for a party? That's so chaotic.
Yeah, I got pictures. I'll show you later.
What is it on a
Can you
rooftop?
show us and then we can like overlay it or something?
3,000 people on a
Wait,
rooftop?
show us.
Is it on your public Instagram?
Yeah, you can look it up.
What's the handle?
Andrew's Mixers.
I still think you should do the orgy thing called Andrew's Mixtures.
That could be the thing we do together. The acqui-hire?
Okay. Fine.
Is this you just doing like man on street style interview?
I just started doing that.
Is it like this? Where's like the 3,000? I can't see something at that
Uh,
scale.
Try to find Techpalooza. That's one. And then I
That
did
was,
something. at
that was
South-
what I was hoping to avoid.
Which one?
Techpalooza, just because I don't like how it Okay, so I see like the layout, the map, but I don't see like.
If he Googles that, then he'll get ads for other cheesy things.
Other Paloozas?
Oh, this is crazy. You threw this. Hey, I generated it.
That was a preview.
Yo, find the fucking. I
Okay,
can't
give me-
find it.
All he has is AI future parties.
Okay, so, I mean, this isn't the best angle, but this is Palooza. We don't really have a zoomed out shot, but like.
Okay, so this says
Notorious.
God.
God, I knew
Th-
we were
no,
gonna find
no,
this.
it's just not
Fraud and felon Andrew.
Okay, this is not.
What?
a
That's just
great
what it said.
dynamic. No, what?
That's what it said. I was just reading from Google.
Okay.
It's
I
like
don't know. It's fine. You know what? Just.
What's wrong with
just-
that?
No, just love
just thought it was-
bomb. Just love bomb.
I just thought it was
Andrew.
funny that it said he was a fraud and a
Just
felon.
love bomb Andrew and his company.
I just
which
wanted to see the-
according to his About Me bio,
Let's hear it.
brings together the most extraordinary tech leaders, change makers, and builders.
You're
No.
so
Yep,
I will say
that's
this:
the guy
you're
you're
a little
into.
corny, bro. Like you could be less corny. Like you're a cool guy, but like
I
the
love
way
it.
it's a little corny, no?
Okay, how would you read that?
Builders.
I agree. Yeah.
I mean, it's like this grandiose tech speak is
this
kind
one-
of hopefully on its way out.
This is one of them. This is like 800 people.
I mean, it's so not self-aware and dumb, but like it works for what he's doing.
I guess.
But it's
Yeah,
the
okay,
dumb,
cool.
like that.
Yeah, but
that
so,
copy
but
is
so does everything that.
Yeah, but
you
that
wouldn't
copy was
wanna-
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
builders. I mean, we hate that.
World leader. What is it?
World domination?
Change makers. And builders?
Change
Oh, I
makers
stole that from
is so is
Change
so,
makers.
The most extraordinary
I
tech
love
leaders,
that.
change
I'm
gonna-
makers, and builders.
I'm gonna change my
Yes,
LinkedIn
correct.
to Changemaker. Actually, that's awesome.
Changemaker's good, right? Because people look at that and they're like, I want to be a.
I want to make
I mean,
change.
I want to hang out with this guy. I don't know about you.
Let me see that. Is that a bearded guy?
That's my.
Oh,
friend.
is that one of the most?
Oh fuck.
How? In what way is your friend one of the world's most extraordinary change makers and builders? How much change does he make?
Yeah.
He's made a lot of change. He wrote a book.
What's the book? Come on. It's corny.
wanna put
Say
it
it.
in blast. I
Oh,
don't
come on.
wanna-
Say the book.
I don't want to put
We'll
it.
cut it
Aren't
out,
you
we'll cut it out,
proud
we'll
of your friend and his
We'll
book
cut it
he
out.
wrote publicly?
We'll bleep out the name, but I
I'll-
bet it's stupid, and I bet we can laugh
I'll
about
tell
it.
you. I'll tell you the name of the book if you say something good about it.
Okay. Okay.
Why
okay.
would we
Done,
say
done,
something
done,
good
done,
about
All right.
done,
Well,
done.
we'll see. We'll see what
I'm sure
happens.
Austin will say something
well,
fucking
you
good
get.
about it.
Okay, go.
Yeah,
go.
Austin
because-
will say, "This is insane. This is the best thing
I'll
ever."
say something good about it.
Okay.
I already signed the paperwork. We did a merger and acquisition.
All right. So his background, he's done like 20 years in sales.
I thought you were gonna say prison.
What are all these companies? So his book is called.
That's where the change makers come from. Sales,
Exactly.
20 years in sales.
20
That's how you build. That's how you fucking get out there and build.
That's
by
how you
being
ch-
in sales
Dude.
for
I mean,
20
look,
years.
if our friend Ricky Shea follows him, he's got to be legit, right?
Yeah. Dude,
You guys know-
all I want to do is change make. So how can we change make? Well, anyway, no, we'll answer that after. So
Book.
book.
We want to be builders.
I want to be a change maker.
And I'm talking construction.
I don't want to build.
We want hard hats.
I just want to change a few things.
What do you want to change?
I'm
No,
hard.
what's the book title, bro?
The book? Yeah, say something good.
Yep, done.
The game of sales.
nice
Sounds
name.
sounds like a
Wait.
Trump sequel.
No, you gotta say something good.
To half the audience, maybe.
I don't have to say something good about
That
you.
could
It's a
be.
great book on
That could
how to
be
sell.
good to half
It's
the people.
sounds like
Nice name, really on the nose.
really on the nose. It could be
The game of sales. You win or you lose,
like,
but mostly win.
it sounds like the separate prequel, like House of Dragons, like Game
Game
of
of
Sales, but
Sales.
it's just a bunch of like.
Yeah, let's not talk about this
Okay.
too much more.
I love the.
It does sound like a Game of Thrones spin-off that's just about the Bank of Bravos.
No, yeah, know what it sounds like?
Yeah,
Just bureaucracy
yeah,
at the
yeah,
Bank of
It's-
Bravos every episode.
It sounds like a really boring tech company like Salesforce or something like that. They like paid a lot of money to a production company to make like a training video for the sales department that's like based on Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So they
that's
watch
true,
their
with, like costumes and music and stuff.
yeah, so they're watching like their corporate sales training and it's called Game of Sales.
Just some guy signing paperwork. Da, 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 da,
And then their sexual harassment training video is based on Star Wars.
Wait,
Or
what?
the Dothraki scene.
There's an
Okay, well, you guys didn't say anything good about the book.
Yes, we did.
We didn't say anything
why
bad
would
about it
we?
either.
Why would we?
We didn't say anything bad.
I think. Well, I haven't read it yet.
How about this?
Okay, I just
I'll
read
get you
it.
guys 3 copies.
Really?
It's a great book.
Great name, great book, great name. I won't endorse it. I haven't read it. Don't know anything about the guy.
I'm gonna need a couple of extra copies because some of my friends are also builders and change makers, and just some of the world's most extraordinary visionaries. Really,
Jesse and I are builders, and Nikita's a shaker.
That's the saying. Builders and shakers.
is that a fat joke?
I don't know, but I just imagine you shake it. It's not a fat joke. You just like to shake it. Just imagine you at an all-inclusive Aruba resort
You're-
shaking it to the Cuban shuffle.
Okay, so his landing page is meet tech's most extraordinary. And then the sentence is.
That's it?
And then you put your name,
Oh, I need help making a website. It probably got cut off.
Text most
and then you put your title there or something, right? There was a text input.
You put your email.
Oh, that made no
Your email.
sense. It made no sense at all.
How many parties?
Wait, what? There's nothing there.
There's nothing here.
Wait, I wanted to work
You guys
together.
got a good website
You
guy.
gotta,
Yeah, but then we look at the website, and that's the website.
We built our website.
yeah. And it's
Huh?
always
We built it.
like
Oh, you
that.
built your
It's
website?
because you take the narrative you're given.
Yeah, and if it was good and true, it would have been so good. But then we see that website, past partners, no one,
There's no one there?
no one. The past partners, there was no one there.
There should be some logos.
There was
Because,
not a
like,
logo.
Think about it. When
Not even Forbes.
And Forbes is everywhere, dude.
Forbes is always there.
everything has four.
Are you kidding me?
I don't have the Forbes logo.
Wait, I was so excited for you to do all of our events immediately.
I think it's the Wi-Fi.
Austin, I was about to say it's the Wi-Fi. It just hasn't
Oh, it
loaded.
is the
just
Wi-Fi?
hasn't loaded
That's
the,
what it
yeah.
Wait, so there's still logos?
There's still-
Let's go.
The acquisition is back on.
I got logos.
Deal is still on the
I got
table.
no Forbes. No Forbes.
Look. They're back. Past partners.
Equinox. I love
But
Equinox.
remember when I told you that the lamest thing for us to do would put a bunch of logos on our
Yeah,
website?
but-
This is what I was talking about.
Yeah, but he can put it on his.
This is exactly what
the
I
way
was
he
talking
does-
about.
yeah.
Dude.
Does this inspire confidence? Or does this look like a NASCAR driver
Hold
on
on.
a website?
Equinox is there, and you're telling me you don't do orgies?
No orgies. No orgies.
They do. No, they're notorious.
It
for
makes
steam
sense
room
that
orgies.
Equinox is your partner
read
too.
that?
So we're trying to partner
I
with the
think
people
that's
who
just
like
sauna.
rich
I think
tech
that's
people
afraid of
would
the
go to, stuff like
Well,
that.
why-
Like Equinox makes sense for sure, right?
Yeah.
Were they one of your first?
Jesse, hold
What?
on. Did you hear? We were having some
A sidebar. Go ahead.
sidebar.
I was talking to her.
Do you know
Jesse,
about
go
this?
ahead. What?
Well, did you get my reference?
I completely missed that. I wasn't
The
listening.
Equinox
Are you
thing?
talking about their new ad campaign?
Why are they
the
doing
orgies?
I actually don't get it. Why?
No, you guys actually don't get it.
Out of the loop.
They like have like people have sex in the steam room.
That's a thing.
in
Yeah.
Equinox.
Oh.
Like men,
I think that's
and they have to put signs on.
I think
them,
that's the thing
to
with
not have
steam
sex.
rooms across
No,
around
no,
the
no,
world,
no,
not just
it's
Equinox.
but well, Equinox is known for it.
Well, steam rooms.
I'm sure other steam
rooms are known for
Sure,
it.
hot, foggy mist and naked
Any
dudes, you're
building-
gonna have some sex.
Any building that puts a steam room in it is asking for it. It's not just the
Bro,
Equinox.
don't blame the gym.
It's
Don't
look at the
victim blame
look at the
gym.
blueprint. Look at the layout. It's asking
I mean,
for an orgy.
steam rooms are ripe for orgies.
Where do you think the steam comes from?
I mean, it's just you can't see anything, and then you just like go further, and there's just a butt cheek.
Honestly,
How do
kind of
you think-
hot to think about it that way. Like the anonymity of it is kind of hot.
how do you think the steam is made? How do you think a steam room works?
Through sexual style.
Sexual.
A bunch of hot men.
How will we ever get sponsored? Actually, that's crazy.
By
Like this
talking-
podcast,
Yeah.
the way we talk,
Making friction.
Andrew,
we
let's
have to
strike a
bleep
deal.
everything. A deal I'd like to strike. So,
Yeah, let's talk numbers.
Well, first I want to know.
How much for the company?
How much for the company?
Yeah. Right now.
Not selling the company.
Come on.
Well, we
Can't
could just
sell
talk.
it. You
to
want to buy
your board-
Andrew's mixers?
We can
Yeah.
talk to your board
Well,
of
we're gonna
directors.
change the
No, you
name
can't change
first
the name.
thing.
I'm buying it for a friend. My
Is-
friend is an amazing builder, change maker.
Are your social media accounts owned by the company?
I don't know. I have no.
We'll
clue.
talk to your board of directors about that.
Yeah.
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 How much?
For the company?
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep in mind, we're renaming it to.
I don't think I could sell it because then
Everyone has a number.
I
Give me
can't
the
stay in the
number.
USA.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
There is a number.
That you could
You can
fuck off
just-
to Canada.
Show to USCIS, and they'll go, well then.
Is there a number?
Sir.
Is that
Nah,
a thing?
I don't think so.
If there
There
was,
is a number.
then I would. How much would you offer for it?
That's a different conversation. I don't want to show my hand. I don't want. I think it's. I don't have. Let's just say I don't really have a budget for this acquisition.
I need a budget because it's not for sale.
But what if you gave me like a range,
Like a range?
something to work with, something I could take back?
Something that you could say was your best week. Let's say that.
My best week.
Mm-hmm.
Because your best week could be this week.
Mm-hmm.
And so this would be you acquire.
I make
Andrew's
deals
mixers.
quick.
Can you stop saying the name? I'm
We're
taking a
changing
step
the
back
name.
every time.
This would be Tech Roast Show and Andrew's Mixers, produced by.
Andrew shall
Socially
not
Inept.
be-
I don't like
Okay.
the
That's
crossover
what it
name
would
of
look
Tech
like.
Roast Show
No.
X Andrews Mixers.
Yeah, if we do collaborate, we
Yeah.
won't.
It sounds
include
like
your
we're
name.
collaborating
Probably.
with like an individual bartender, someone who
It does.
someone who
It does
comes
sound like we
out.
just partner with a bartender.
It's like you need to hire a bartender for the night to your home, and they drive out. He has
Oh, and I
all
would
the
be the
equipment.
bartender.
No, that's the
You
name.
don't
That's
have
what
to.
your name, the name of
Oh.
your company sounds like.
Like Andrew's Mixers.
That's the
Yeah.
Instagram account of my friend who will bartend. It's like he is trying to make himself the Uber of bartenders. It's weird. Andrew's Mixers. He really believes in it. His family invested a bunch in it. How much?
Because I was thinking ultimate tech event by Austin, Nikita, and Earl.
Third guy.
I'm just kidding. And Jesse and Andrew's Mixers.
Oh, you're saying the company could be named Austin, Nikita, and Jesse and Andrew's Mixers. I like it. Law firm style, but first name basis. It's
Yeah.
cool. It's casual.
All right. So, how do you get your sponsors?
They're inbound.
Honestly, I tweet. Looking
They
for a
act,
sponsor.
You tweet at them.
No, I just tweet. I'm like, looking for a sponsor, or they'll just like cold email me and be like, can we like sponsor?
So
it?
it is mostly inbounds.
It's all inbound.
Do you think they come to the event first, scope it, and they're like, okay,
Yeah.
we want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it
A lot
happens.
of this is not exactly true, I'm betting.
No, but it is
Founder.
consistent from
He's
what
a
I've
founder,
heard
but
with
he's a
people.
founder.
Like most
The only
sponsors
outbound
are
I've done-
inbounds.
The only outbound
In
I've
general.
done has been for sponsorships that weren't for money. So like drinks,
Oh,
like snacks, and stuff like that. That was outbound.
really? So inbound is the name of the game.
Hey,
And what was that?
Andrew, I wanted to get to this. Like, walk us through a night of revelry, right?
What?
Revelry? Have you ever heard of it? One of your parties.
it's like joy.
Revelry. Like
Oh,
revelry,
And
merriment.
fun.
Yeah.
Merriment, right? That's what you'd
Do you
say
know
that
that?
people are.
What's
You,
the
you know merriment.
Merriment?
Mirth.
I've
Mirth.
horrible vocab.
Mirth?
Mirth?
Mirth, merriment,
Do you know like
revelry.
you know Merry Christmas? You know Merry Christmas? Merriment. It's
Like,
the
like happiness?
yes.
Robin
Yeah.
Hood and his merriment?
Yeah, no?
we'll go with happiness. A great night.
Okay.
A
Yeah.
great
A great night. Yeah. Jesus.
That's the one thing that makes you laugh. The entire.
This dude just not knowing how a language works. Okay.
These are
So
big
Our
words.
producer's laughing.
These are
off.
big words.
okay.
Brandon. is his
Take us
name.
through a night, man. Take us through one of the big nights,
Big
and then
nights?
take us through one of the small little baby nights.
And then close us out with a middle night.
Yeah. Do it in this order exactly, otherwise I will fucking kill you,
Otherwise,
Andrew.
we're gonna get some fucking piano wire and kill you right now on the spot.
All right, we start with the small nights, right?
No, big
no,
nights.
the big night.
And then
Then-
the medium nights.
No,
No,
no, no, no,
small.
small, and
This is
then the
really- this is
medium. There's a
really hard.
natural ordering to things, Andrew.
Okay.
Dude,
Okay.
how do you get an O of 1? You can't remember 3 things in order.
I don't know. Good lawyers.
Just try to focus. Just
All
try
right.
to focus.
You got this.
Big night.
Big night.
Mhm.
Big night.
Yeah.
Big.
Prom.
So people show up.
Hmm.
There are people greeting them at the door. I have 40 volunteers. They
40?
wear 40 volunteers.
Oh, wow.
Yellow lanyards. So when you walk in, you know how events are awkward. You walk in, you're like, I don't know who to
Now,
talk to.
where would you get 40 yellow lanyards?
Okay, yeah.
That's true.
Okay,
That was the hardest part of this
Okay.
whole business.
Yep.
They walk
Gotcha.
in.
Do you vet?
Someone-
Wait, question. Do you vet these volunteers? Wait. Attention, paid. Do you vet the volunteers? Do you make sure that they're sociable? Do you make sure they're nice looking in the face and stuff? Or are they just like anybody can volunteer?
I don't make sure they're like nice looking, but I look at their LinkedIn's to see that.
But
they're
if
not
you
weird.
were to make sure that they're nice looking,
I don't know what nice looking means.
who in this room could be a volunteer?
You guys could all be volunteers if you wanted to.
I'm out. There are 40 volunteers, and you do some vetting, but only to make sure that they're like qualified technically.
And yeah, oh my
Yeah.
God, technically qualified
Okay.
people at a party.
Okay.
How are the oh yeah, this is something as I ran the thought simulations over the years of these types of events. These tech people are so awkward and not well. How do you make sure they don't bite? They're like talking to each other. They're normal. Like
They're greeted by one of 40 volunteers.
40 volunteers like dispersed throughout the venue.
Got it.
There's like bottom floor, you walk in, volunteers, you got name tags.
There is a fly
There's
sitting
a
on your
fly
head.
sitting in your head, and it's completely discrediting
move,
everything you're
don't
saying.
move.
Can we
Don't-
Photoshop the fly?
don't move.
I can't have the fly in my head.
It's
No, this is
still
perfect
there.
because I was going to Photoshop a fly in, but this is perfect. This actually saves work.
I'm gonna see if he stays on.
It is me. Oh,
Hey,
it's,
laugh.
You left as soon as you said you wanted to stay.
Why is it supposed to fly?
it's so coquettish. It's so
Like
like
the
hot and
moment you
cold.
mentioned commitment, the fly just flew off.
Dude, this place is fly infested. This
I
white
don't
void
like
we're
it.
in.
On the
let's,
desk.
let's walk through the event. Please
Go ahead.
Continue.
All right, so
and
bottom floor.
specifically, it's me. I arrive at the
You
event.
arrive?
Wait, but he
Yes.
never answered my question. We kept going all over the place. How do you
keep me
how do you
from
control-
biting my nails?
Well, how do you control for like the people being really awkward and
Well,
uncomfortable?
he might get into it. I actually want to hear him
That's
go
what
through
I
the
was asking
event.
him about.
Well, and then see if he like has a built-in solution, because otherwise he's going to fathom one to answer this. Go ahead.
They check in. There's a name tag station. There's 4 colors of name tags. So there's one for.
Polycules.
I don't even know that. Your vocabulary is like
You don't know polycule and you work with
No.
tech founders?
No, what's
It's like
polycule?
a love ring. How would you
Yeah,
explain
they
it?
all fucking suck each other.
It's-
maybe I just don't know these words.
You know molecule,
like
right?
think of
I don't know.
think of a
you know what a
couple,
molecule is?
like
I don't know.
people
a
in a
molecule?
A molecule, like the.
that doesn't
okay.
help at all.
Well, we're gonna talk about molecules. They have like the different like the different.
Yeah.
God,
Like the
what is
bra-
that?
yeah.
I'm an idiot. The different elements are connected by ionic bonds. It's sort of like
Some
a
of them are
sex.
covalent bonds. They're not
Some
all
are
ionic
covalent,
bonds.
yeah.
It's a structure in a polyamorous
Ionic is
relationship.
metals.
Okay, we don't have.
Like a couple,
We don't
but
have
with
name
more,
tags for
like a
those.
couple, but with more people.
we don't
Okay.
have.
So
yeah,
what
we
do the
have-
4 colors symbolize?
So
Earth,
one-
wind, fire, and air. Air.
No, that'd be a good one. It's one is I'm here to make friends. One is I'm here for purely just networking.
Sex.
this. Go on. Which one's for sex?
One is I'm like raising money for my startup, or I'm like looking for a job. I'm basically looking for some kind of investment. And the last one is like the opposite of that. So I'm an investor. I want to invest in someone, or I want to hire someone.
Oh, so it's super professional.
Wait, those are different types of events?
No, those are
No,
4
this is one event.
colors of
4
name
different
tags.
name tags.
to
Okay.
wear.
Dude,
And
I
they're
want
different colors.
I want to show up.
Because separating 3 and 4 is different events.
I
would be
want to show
wild.
up and wear the name tag that says I'm just here to give away like money. I'm just here to invest. How
Yeah.
popular is that person at the event?
They're pretty popular.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they got the red name tag.
Yeah.
So everybody talks to them.
Yeah, I bet. Okay. So you get a
Everyone
name
talks
tag.
to red name tag.
Do you vet them at this point for the name tag?
No,
No,
no vet.
God, I'm showing up in a
Wait,
red
which
name
are
tag.
which are the most? How many do you make of each badge?
How many of each badge?
And how many are used?
Yeah, what's the ratio?
Oh,
What's the
I-
most
I don't- I
popular
don't
one
think
and the
exact,
least
but
popular
it's-
one?
I'd say it's like
Wait,
it's mostly the green
Can I
and the-
get? Can I guess before you
Yeah.
tell? What are the 4 categories? Do you want to guess?
making friends. And,
Yeah.
and by the way, you could wear more than one color.
Well, you just have your
Oh.
you just have your
Oh.
name like
Some people-
twice. Jesse, just a few.
Some people do that. Well, they don't write
Well,
their
you
name
probably
twice.
wouldn't put your name on more than one.
I'm guessing.
That's what I'm saying. It looks dumb as shit, bro. Well, there's got to be a different mechanism. Can you color code this?
Yeah, wait, how's it work? Multicolored?
You can stack the name tags. and then put your name on the top.
Is that what you do? They stack the name tags?
Jesse. But it's spelled a little different every time.
Jesse.
One of them, you started spelling it and gave up after 2 letters. It's just trailing off.
I've never had someone do that.
Okay.
That could be.
Wait, so is
you
it
could do
a
that.
one multicolored name tag?
No,
There's no-
it's a flawed system. He just
put your name on one.
yeah.
That is silly.
They
It
would
is
not
silly.
survive.
It really is silly.
Why don't you just do like colored stickers?
Yeah, one name tag and you just
One
add,
name tag and a colored
stars
sticker, yeah, or something like that.
I'll do that.
His
Yeah.
system is much more efficient.
It's so silly.
To just
the
be
system.
stamped with name tags?
Oh, just color tags, and you put your name on one of them.
No, but the other one still says my name is, and then it's blank.
No, it does.
Yes,
Doesn't
it
say
does.
my
It
name
does.
is-
Well,
that
that's-
is stupid.
Well, the name
God,
tags.
yes, I
now let me
knew it.
correct. The name tags don't say my name is. They're just like blank. They're
They don't.
blank,
But
but they're
they're
name
just blank.
tags.
They look like they should have a name on it, correct?
But they
Yes,
don't say my
yes.
name is.
But you
They-
can like stack them. If you're good, you could like stack them.
But
In
if
like
they
an
did
aesthetic
say
way, right?
my name
Yeah.
is, then it would be perfect because you could put 4 in your name. And
My
everyone-
name is-
my name is. Only put your name on the bottom one.
That's cool.
You were going to guess?
Oh yeah, I think. What are the 4 different?
Friends, networking, trying to raise money.
Looking for money, giving money.
Giving money.
Yeah.
So I would bet that Friends is the least popular one.
I would say it's the
I would say it's the most popular.
most popular one, followed
I'd
by
say by-
networking, followed by raising money, followed by giving money.
Got it. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly that.
Give your head a shake, brother. Okay, so now we're in.
He's a shaker.
We're in.
They get name tags. There's normally like a line. There's a line, and while you're waiting in line, the volunteers will like talk to you and say hello and like introduce themselves and stuff. And then you go up to the rooftop, and
That's where the action is.
that's then you're in the event. And on the way there, I mean, the important detail is that you're never really like alone. Like you're not standing awkwardly. Someone will come up to you and speak with you.
So these
Well,
volunteers are
Guaranteed?
the volunteers. The
Wait, so it's like the
volunteers are
metaverse, like community managers? Like
Yeah,
the people
so
that hang out in the metaverse
volunteers
to talk
are
to you?
tasked for looking for the saddest and the loneliest among them, and doing something about it.
Those weren't my instructions, but
What are your instructions?
I don't know. I don't know what their approach is.
But
What were the instructions?
My instructions are welcome people and encourage people to be like the
As
kindest
in welcome
version of
people
themselves.
or like welcome people? Those are all the
Bit of both.
instructions.
Bit of both.
That's kind of cool. Wait, so are they particularly charismatic
No, I
volunteers?
told
They
you
usually-
this.
they usually are.
But they're not vetted for that. They're
They're not
vetted
vetted
based
for
on their
that.
like tech role.
But it's no, I don't vet for tech role. I just vet to make sure that they're like
Who they say they are.
like normal, like not strange people.
How do you determine that from their LinkedIn?
Walk us through a strange person.
And also, before you do, my guess is the networking one is the least popular, and the friends one is the most popular, and we can cut that and put that before your answer.
You still got
That's
it
still
wrong.
wrong, though.
Leave both
You
in.
heard the answer.
Nikita is a dunce.
And you got it wrong again.
I'm just gonna have to record this outside of the podcast. I'll just do every variation in a studio context, and then we can pick the right one.
Onward.
Wait, you guys were asking what is it? An
How,
example of a.
how do you vet
Yeah.
for somebody being like a sociable dude?
So if someone is like obviously there to sell something,
Okay.
or if someone like MLMs, like I normally keep those people out.
Okay. But you're not vetting for like, you don't go to their Instagram and you're like,
No.
this person has friends and like,
No, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like self-selective. Like people that volunteer for that kind of role are usually
That's
like
fair.
more socially
Yeah,
confident.
yeah, yeah.
And so they've all done a
Yeah.
good job.
Walk us through the like amenities at a typical event. Like
Right.
what are you doing
How many ice
besides just
sculptures are
like
there?
drinks and
How many what?
Ice sculptures.
Ice sculptures?
Is there a steam room?
No steam room. No steam room. Except
Uh,
at Equinox.
Could there be a steam room?
yeah? So
I
like
do
what
Equinox events. Those have steam rooms.
what do you provide besides the venue?
And how do you signify the fuck zone?
Yeah, is it like tape or just
Just tape
Or
or
is it
like
just-
a,
is it just
big
a-
target that says fuck zone?
Is it just a chalk outline, but with a bunch of buddies?
What's a fuck zone?
Jesse, please take it away.
Andrew?
Jesse's
Demonstrate-
our resident
I
fuck
didn't
zone
know we were
professional.
dealing with a dilettante. It's a place. where
Anyway, we'd like to be sponsored by a SaaS company, so we're looking for sponsorship. If you have a company that is right for us, hit us up. Anyway,
at
Jesse,
hello
please
at
continue on the fuck
sociallyinept.io.
zone.
It's a place where people go to fucking suck each other real dirty style, bro.
Not mine. Just to be clear, not my events.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Andrew's mixers.
No. This is
Wait, so you don't have a place where people can fucky sucky inside a trucky?
no.
Okay, never mind.
Like-
Sorry. Scrap that whole part. That was just a miscommunication. We actually just
You-
didn't know.
What if
You-
they're
you don't
erect and
give
they
out-
need to tucky?
Right. What if
You
they're
don't give
erect-
out. No. What happens? What happens? What happens?
A dude who's
What
erect,
happens? No. I want to hear your.
What if
an
you're
erect
erected?
man needs to
Yeah,
tucky.
tuck
They
it.
want to fucky sucky inside a trucky.
Go, Nikita. You have something
It
pertinent.
might be hard to get sponsors. It might be tough. Now I see it. It might be kind of hard.
No,
I don't think inbound is gonna work that well for.
For this podcast,
Yeah, that might be tough.
I'm gonna be honest. We have got me saying that we've got no inbounds will probably deter further sponsors, so we should cut that out.
Yeah. Smart thinking.
We do have inbounds. It's so
We get those fucking inbounds that are literally like scammers from like Temu, and they want to sell us like the shittiest products, and they just reach out to us in like Mandarin. And they're like, "We'll give you $75 if you do a 15-minute YouTube review."
Some of these are fantastic opportunities to have a light up computer mouse.
Our last one was like fake nails that glow in the dark, and like a rotisserie chicken machine.
Why didn't I hear of either of those? I want both of those.
Because we're keeping them to
combined.
ourselves. Okay, Andrew, please carry on. We're in the party. There are these people that are lanyarded up. Like, there's a bar, probably. Like, set the scene. Set the scene.
Amenities, yeah.
Okay,
Besides
first of all,
the venue.
there's no zone. There's no
There's
like
no
zone.
zone.
Oh, we were talking about the fuck zone.
The
No
fuck
zone.
zone. There's
No
no
zone.
fuck zone.
Never been a zone.
Never has been.
Never will be a zone.
Let the record show that unless we acquire Andrew's mixers, there will never be a fuck zone.
I got my ass eaten at
What?
Andrew's mixer on a pin. Think about it.
On a
Can
what?
that just be
On
a
a pin.
clip? All right.
You get it when you leave the party. You put it on, and then people look at it, they read it, they're like, I want to go to Andrew's mixer.
This is great. Let's make this just for a clip. I'm sitting here with Andrew from Andrew's Mixers, and Jesse, Nikita, and myself all have had our asses eaten out at one of his events on a boat, and we had
3 out of 5 stars.
And we had such a great time. He cold DM'd us,
Yeah.
and he said, "Hey, I have this boat. If you guys want your asses to be wet and licked, I can make that happen on the Hudson River for a sunset cruise. And instead of chairs, we just have like software engineers faces.
Incredible builders and change makers.
Yeah, you get to sit on
Will
that.
eat your ass.
Anyway, so here we are with Andrew. Thanks, man. Thanks for being with
Is that
us.
going to be opening soon?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to.
I think we'll
warn my
bookend with
sponsors.
it.
Any
We'll have it
any
at the beginning and
sponsors?
the end of the
Okay,
podcast.
but in all earnestness, my fellow, tell us about the amenities of an
The
event.
amenities?
Walk us through it, and then walk us through. Actually, if we were to ever stoop so low as to partner with you, what
If I just wake up a builder, a change maker, a visionary.
what types of amenities you'd recommend, like you would do?
Take
for-
us through the event first,
Yeah,
like
take us
as
through
it
the event.
stands.
Amenity. I don't know. I mean, there's a bar. There's a bar. It's on a rooftop. There's a view of Manhattan. There's like music. You know, I don't know what other amenity.
Dude-
There's a pool, but nobody jumps in.
Wait, there's a pool.
That's important that there's a pool that no one
This
jumps
is
in.
actually important. So has
It's kind of a
anybody ever
cool
jumped
vibe.
in?
Nobody's ever
What
jumped
if we
in.
should?
You could jump in. Sure.
So it's always
I
at
wanted
the.
to jump in.
Is it always at the same venue?
The one I'm thinking about, yes, like the monthly
The
Do
one.
big
you
one?
even pay a rental fee? You don't want to
I'm
say.
gonna keep that on a DL.
He doesn't
Wait,
pay a
wh-
rental
wh-
fee.
Why?
Huh?
You don't have to reveal anything, but why?
He doesn't pay a rental fee. 'cause
Can we off record?
Well, can you just give a sense on the record of why you're not answering the
Okay.
question, you don't have to answer it. And then we can do it off record.
Okay, so if you get to a scale where you're doing a lot of events,
Yeah.
they will pay for you to go there
Yeah.
because they spend
This
on the bar.
dude's rolling in it, bruh.
Yeah.
Dude's rolling in it. Yeah,
And
we
what-
know this. That's fairly.
I mean, that makes sense.
And what are some venues that you work with?
Some venues.
Is it like
a lot of
big,
hotels.
Do you ever do it in a big hole that's sort of covered with tree branches and leaves loosely?
No, nothing. Oh, maybe.
Is
actually,
it ever
something
on a
like
big wooden platform with a metal contraption and a little tray and cheese?
that. What's the metal contraption for?
It's a mousetrap.
You don't need to worry about that.
Wait, and so
Is
this
it on a boat?
Just focus on the cheese, man.
so this event's fully free.
Yeah, free for everyone.
Wow. So I mean, I imagine if it was even like $10, it would be like
What
you would lose
expenses
so many
do you have?
people.
Do you have any expenses?
Let me correct something. 90% or 90 to 95% of the events are free. I started doing conferences. Those are you pay for. Those are tickets.
What do you mean
Okay.
conferences? Like you're putting up conferences?
Yeah, like I'm hosting conferences.
Okay,
Got
what-
one in like 2 weeks.
Changemaker conference?
I want to hear about.
Changemaker conference,
Wait, I want to
yeah.
hear about the
Builder
20-person dinners. Are those also free?
Those are free. Yeah.
Really? And you food them up for free?
Everything's free. Open
Okay.
bar. Yeah.
Okay. And how do you vet the 20? A lot of applications coming in.
At this point, like I know the people going to all the dinners because the bar is pretty high to go to the dinner.
What's the bar? What's the criteria?
The one I'm doing next week is like you've raised 10 million in VC, or you have like 15 employees, or you're doing like 5 million in revenue. One of those things.
We don't qualify for the dinner.
Yeah, we can't go.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We're like we're like not that far away. We're like
We make as like much as like a McDonald's in like the Midwest.
right. But
Well,
you.
there are other dinners. There's
I don't want to be a part of those dinners.
To be clear, no playroom.
No what?
No playroom. Like a one-story McDonald's. Not like there's
can we go
big
play in the
ones
ball
with
pit?
Ball pits and playrooms. We make as much as a smaller Midwestern McDonald's. Like maybe not even a standalone
They
building.
got rid of all those ball pits.
They did?
Yeah, they're a hazard.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
well, I'm
disgusting.
saying not a standalone McDonald's.
Damn, I miss those. I would always play in them.
Children would die in them.
Really?
Would they?
Mhm.
Always?
Always, every
Wow.
single one.
Wait,
Just
so
littered in corpses.
you said you make
huge.
you said your events can make like 50 to like 200K a month. And is that just revenue or profit?
That's a revenue.
Or is it just
Okay.
a lie?
But what's your overhead like?
What expenses do you have? I can't.
Overhead. I mean, I got like health. I got to pay for health insurance.
for
That's
you,
like $400
fine.
a month.
Yeah,
The
okay.
dinners. I mean, at
Wait,
dinners
are you
I gotta
saying
pay
are you
for.
saying your directors get full health insurance or just 0.33% of health insurance?
They got their own health
Oh,
insurance.
so the dinner's not comp by like the place you go to, because it's like
No,
a
no,
nice
dinners
enough
aren't
place
comp.
where they're not gonna do that.
Yeah, dinners aren't comped. So dinners, I do breakfasts. Some like the conferences, I gotta, those are expensive.
Oh, so the dinners, you don't charge them, and you're actually paying for the dinner.
I pay for the dinners.
So you're paying for like what, $5,000-$10,000 or whatever at this fancy ass New York restaurant.
Something like that. Yeah.
Well, isn't the restaurant paying you with the dinner?
Or you get a
No,
separate
no, restaurant
sponsor.
won't do
if
that.
there's like no, if it's like 1,000 people and there's like no food,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
the venues, then it's a different
you
arrangement.
You
Yeah.
don't need 20 more people to come.
So
to
what
your
do you do
restaurant.
for the restaurant? How do you get a sponsor for that
Yeah,
for the meal?
yeah.
And what? So how does that look?
What?
What?
My restaurant.
What do you have like SAS napkins? Like how are you? Like what value are you offering?
Or at the end,
sponsor?
you just like promote these people. Like, how do you promote them?
Yeah.
So the,
and are they at the place?
They get to. I mean, they get to come.
Oh, okay.
They get to come.
They get a seat at the table.
They get a seat at a table. They get to tell everyone about what they do for like a minute.
Okay, so there's a moment at this 20-person thing where
Yeah.
everybody gets to stand up and have a minute to talk about something.
Yeah. So the dinners are run differently. Like I have a whole sort of playbook. I wrote an article about it. But you show up. We do like introductions. Halfway through, I rotate people. Like your seat placements are very specific. Like I put you next to people that I think you should meet, and then you rotate throughout. It's 4 courses, so it's kind of this whole playbook.
Oh wow. And
We don't just eat.
does everyone pay for a seat or only a sponsor? It's
No,
kind
no,
of
it's
I think
free.
somewhat humiliating for just one guy to pay $10,000 to sit there,
Well,
and then everyone's gonna look at him weird.
no,
like
nobody
you paid
actually-
$10,000.
Nobody looks at them weird. It's cool. Nobody looks at
Wait.
them
So
weird.
everyone,
It's
because everyone,
very cool, actually. People think it's extremely cool, and you should come.
Like
It's
everyone,
extraordinary.
I don't know. Like there's something about like everyone else got there for free, and this one dude paid $10,000.
Oh, it's the coolest.
And also to be able to pay $10,000, wouldn't you already be making enough money where you're like of the caliber where you could have just came for free?
So it's a little different because I mean, let's say it's 20 people, 18 of the people are like all founders building their own things. And then the 2 sponsors are like service providers. You know, they're like law firms. They're not founders. They're trying to like sell founders and build relationships with the founders.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it's really clear. They're not like another founder.
Yeah,
that
they're not
wanted-
another. They're usually not another founder.
So I
Oh,
get
so it's
dinner,
like
but
a
I have
tang-
to listen to a lawyer.
Are there?
you don't have to.
Are
Oh,
there?
so it'll be like a realtor or a lawyer
Not
or
a
like.
realtor.
Are there any
Okay.
like?
Yeah, no realtor. If I
Metri-
could sell realtors.
Are there any metrics that these sponsors are using to evaluate like the investment that they're making?
Yeah. I mean, my partnerships are different with each sponsor, or my arrangements. So some of them we track like ROI every month, and we see how many accounts you convert.
Oh wow, you do
Yeah.
actually.
And then we can
How do you track that?
correspondent.
Are people just giving you promo codes or stuff, or what?
Yeah, like promo codes, and then like, you know, you'll know if someone's warm introed by me.
Okay.
Because you only need like these are the types of people where like each conversion
Yeah.
is like so high value.
Yes.
So like one conversion would be worth it.
And how do I know if somebody is warm introed by you? Is there like a little like chalk cross on their forehead? Like, how do you warm intro
Or
a guy?
I'm either I do it in person, like I'll do it in person, or it's like email.
At these
Yeah.
1,000-person events, how cool do you feel?
I don't go to half of them, so I don't feel very cool.
And they don't even do they even know you're there? Do they
don't-
know you?
I don't. I mean, I wear this hat and I show up and I'm like under the radar. I'm just making sure things go well. So I
You
don't
d-
feel very cool.
Okay.
All right.
You're saying people don't notice this hat?
No, it's very normal. We got the same hat.
I'd like to, before we let you go, I'd like to take a moment to apologize because I just looked it up while you were talking, and it turns out it is possible you can just buy yellow lanyards.
No.
You can just buy 40 yellow lanyards.
What?
I mean, look, I'm
What are you
as surprised as
talking
you are,
about?
but they
They're not
just
cheap.
have them.
It says
Oh, no.
failed to
Oh,
load. It
that's
says
crazy.
failed
And
to load.
this is, it's still loading. This is 36 yellow lanyards, but you can order more than once.
Wow.
So you'd get more than 40. You'd get like
This is incredible.
72.
They're expensive. They're more expensive than you think. They
All right, well, you're hired. Thanks, man.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Do we have to shake hands or?
We have a deal.